Check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, we are here at Wondercon. We are at the panel line for Justice League versus the Fatal Five. We are waiting to talk with the voice actors, with the screenwriters, with the director. Still taking their photos. How's the sound? Does it sound good? Oh, okay, cool. I'm just in. We're waiting to see voice actors for Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Right now they're doing their photos for it. So if you guys have questions, please let us know. Josh will yell them out, I guess. Yell them at us. A lot of waiting. You can't hear me? Check, testing. Who voiced Jessica? We don't get to talk to her. She's not here today, but we will be talking to Starboy and Miss Martian. Not here. Like, oh, they're starting. You can hear them right now. That's lines. I know, right? He plays Starboy. You do get to like kind of eavesdrop on other people's interviews here.
We're at 2019 Wondercon for Justice League versus the Fatal Five with Elias Gabel, our new Starboy in Tim Universe. How are you? You're getting the writers.
Oh, good.
Hey, Kelly.
Eric, sorry, I've got papers in my hand. Let me drop these on the ground. Okay, so we have noticed a big thing about mental health in this movie. How was that approaching it? Like, did you encounter any difficulty with it?
There were a lot of people on the crew and a lot of people making it that either identified with Jessica or with Starboy in some really important way.
Oftentimes the mental health issues are associated with the villains and not the heroes, so this was a nice way to not tar
issues become a sign that you're a villain or are stigmatized in some way. And so this was getting out of their way a little bit and letting them be superheroes.
And why the Fatal Five?
That unless you send an army against them, you know, it's a little one-sided. You know, if it's a bank robber versus the Justice League, it's like, oh, I don't want. Which way is this?
Eating wave after wave of like faceless parademons, he wanted unique individual villains with different skill sets so that the action could be cooler. And you'll see when you watch the movie that there's really inventive action throughout. It's that way.
And did you guys have a specific character in the film that you found difficult to write for, hero or villain?
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead.
Movie, and then I got to see it almost as a fan and got to watch what Diane did with the voice of Jessica Cruz, which is unbelievable. 12 Monkeys monologue about the future, and he gets to do a lot of very interesting stuff. So
I think it's also a challenge to make sure that you know that you don't. I think Eric really pulled that off.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And by the way, we are live streaming, so if you guys want to give a little shout out.
Hi,
live.
Look at all those people.
We're doing it live.
Oh my gosh! I'm glad you didn't tell me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was the writers for Justice League versus the Fatal Five. It was very exciting. I just wanted to step out of their frame. Oh, good. He moved over.
So we got Otis Cunningham.
Hello, Edward Sanchez. Hello, Otis Cunningham. we're just, if you guys have questions, we still have the voice actors coming up. So if you guys have questions for the voice actor, please let me know. And now we wait for our next interview.
What is it like doing this?
I'm very anxious. I'm stepping on the cord. Am I not supposed to step on it? Okay. I'm cramped in here. Kind of like snag them is when you can. The coaster. Okay, we got Wonder Woman and Miss Martian in that direction. Right over there. Shout out to Jezzer. Hey,
she's gonna be.
This isn't even.
In,
Oh, Eric Kraska.
yeah, he's cool.
You know, these were the only photos that I could find of him on the internet.
What are those photos?
They were on his Twitter,
Oh,
and they're
weird.
like side photos,
Awesome.
and they're blurry.
What do you got next?
I don't know who I'm getting next. I mean, well, it's got to be a voice actor,
Yeah.
because that's what we're surrounded by.
Maybe
all.
Miss Martian.
Okay.
I can't wait to see the movie. It actually shows at 7 o'clock
I don't know where. Is it only on DC Universe Online?
at the arena.
Oh, here, and then I think it said April something was
Right there. It says.
digital.
It's out in digital.
We don't get a poster behind us, but it looks great. I could just describe it to you guys. There's that.
Right? There's something about like Warner Brothers animated right now where they're out,
Universe Online, and I feel like I see a new.
right?
Sorry.
Anything bad's
Are we back? Welcome back, guys. We are still here waiting, so not much has changed since we saw you last. Okay. So we still have to talk to Starboy, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Miss Martian, basically all the voice actors. There's also Emerald Empress here and Mano. Hopefully we get to talk to director Sam Liu. That would be pretty cool. Who's still watching? Questions. Let us know. We the voice plus. Hello, nice to meet you, Daniela. We are actually live streaming.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Hello, live stream.
And you play the voice of Miss Martian.
I do.
So this is your first time playing Miss Martian, correct?
It is, yes.
And when did you know anything about the character before taking the role?
I did actually. I actually did a couple episodes of Young Justice beforehand, so I know that they've got Miss Martian on there. This is a different iteration of her. It's a different part in her life, different part of the story. So I did know of her, but I kind of got to create a little bit of my own, which is always such an honor.
And when you were researching about her, was there a particular characteristic that stood out to you? Even a power, too. It could be a power.
Yeah, I think it was just that she's a go-getter. And I really related to that. That she is, obviously it's very intimidating. It's the same thing I felt, because these are like, it's Kevin Conroy is playing Superman.
Yeah.
Like, or Batman, yeah. Yeah, it's the classics, it's the hero. So it's the same thing that I felt going into it. It's like, wow, I'm with the most epic people in the whole wide world, and I'm trying to be one of them. Like, I could literally have my tail between my legs, but somehow I still gotta like get up and fight. Yeah, so I think I related with that, and I really like that.
And how do you feel you made the character your own?
You know, I feel like it was in the writing. She's written a little bit different. She's written very smart, and she has a lot of comebacks. She's just witty. Yeah, so I think it was just playing with that and making her extra witty and just going back and forth with Kevin. Just little quips there. I think we did a little bit of improv. So yeah, I think I just naturally... Yeah, just the script is written so well.
Wonderful.
I don't know if I can take credit.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you so much.
excited for the movie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. We're a little cramped for space here. Getting very close. Are we still? Darn it. Don't worry. I'm on it. I'll stare him down. Till we get an interview. We'll just stare at him awkwardly until he walks over here.
Justice League, and then obviously Fatal 5, the definitive Batman for every.
Is there someone on this side? Oh. We still have Starboy over there. Elias Gabel. And then...
Video games, and now again, Fatal 5, I think he spent more time behind the cowl and the mic than anybody else.
Game over.
Hello, Game Over. Welcome. Do you have any questions for the voice actors of Justice League versus the Fatal 5? I think we're going to get the Batman next. Hopefully. Unless he walks that way and then I'm out of luck. I'm like, excuse me, sir. Gotta catch him really quick. That's the game here, you know? You gotta make awkward eye contact and just like, you know. Yeah. We're ready, come over here. I noticed that a lot of them are going like through the cameras that way, and I'm like, no, don't go that way. I can't grab you over there.
Well, I think it was for you. I mean, you talked about these are the actors. Like, who would I show my I only had this many parts. Like, fan fiction.
What's up, guys? Who we got?
Otis wants to know if we get her. Did the voice actress for Jessica read her credits?
We don't. Jessica's not here, unfortunately. Diana. I've been very excited to talk to her because I'm a Doom Patrol fan, and she's on that show. Have you seen that, Josh?
No, not yet.
It's good.
Remember, I'm looking forward to Swamp Thing.
Okay, yeah.
They're supposedly
Is it a
showing
movie or a show?
A TV show on DC
Okay,
Universe.
I'm down.
They're supposed to be showing footage from it at the panel.
Ooh, so we're gonna get new information by today, this evening. I thought there was someone I had to snag. I was like, wait. Gonna move over. I'm gonna move back here a little bit. Am I too far if I'm back here? Okay.
Hopefully, you should click over the trailer right now, and you'll find out
Who do you think we're gonna get? Kevin or Elias? All right.
Let's get Batman Beyond. Yes, let's get Batman Beyond. That's what we're on. It's a very weird. It's a DC ceviche. A lot of things.
Hello, can I steal you?
Good to see you.
Hello,
How are you?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
You are the Batman, the voice of Batman.
Thank you.
Portrayed him
Thank you.
then. He's something new.
The thing about doing this character, and they would hear in a heartbeat if I wasn't being genuine, or if I being that the audience has in the character. So the trick for me over all these years has been so many levels to him that there's always another of it's everything about his identity. That's tragedy is his middle name, really. But he overcomes that, and that's what the audience loves about him. Fool around in with this character, but the trick has always been to be true to him.
I can dig that, and I know the fans do appreciate that. And now he's up against.
I don't think anyone could take down Batman. But what's fun about this outsider in this with these new
Voice?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Did I?
We'll find out, I guess,
find out.
when the movie comes
If
out.
I get a residual, I'll let you know.
Batman. It's come hang out. And he says he can't confirm it for it, then he'll know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Are you gonna go watch Shazam?
Yeah, I'm already.
There's actually a cool activation downstairs. I don't know. It's by the front
It's like right in the front, and you slide.
at WonderCon. Are we gonna be able to show them the floor later, or what's up? Yeah. All right.
Floor two. Floor.
Do you like WonderCon? Do you enjoy?
Yeah, I do like. I
had to drive super early, like 3 o'clock, and it was bad.
character many
Long
times.
time, yeah.
Do you feel like you had to portray him differently in this film, or is it the same classic Superman that you
I
played
think
before?
it's pretty much the same. I mean, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel because animation styles and wow.
He asked me.
I'm just whatever. Okay.
Can we get a Superman voice?
Yeah. What was the question? Sorry.
It was, do you feel like you played, if this is the classic Superman character, or do you feel like if someone new, someone involved in this movie?
No, I feel like this is old school. This is old school Superman from first.
I feel like this is canon to the classic.
I do. I think this is a throwback to the first creator or showrunner, producer. Yeah.
You do see the Justice League up against the Fatal Five, but is there?
I think the character's name is Predator. It's Predator, and he's got a really painful act.
Hello, are you guys still with us? That was amazing. A little bit of room now, it looks like. We have Aaliyah Scabell, and we have Wonder Woman, Susan. Shoot, Eisenberg. Yeah, I think that's the only two other people. We have not. I wanted to ask him something. Make friends with the people next to you.
What else do you have to do?
What?
What else are you doing?
Well, tomorrow I have an interview with Deadly Class, Sci-Fi's Deadly Class. I know that Maria, the punk girl, she's there too. But I'll have that tomorrow, and then we have the emulator stream tomorrow. We're gonna be some. I'm not exactly sure who's gonna be on the stream, but it will be a gaming stream. We're gonna play some video games. Shoot. I don't know if it's live. Do you know if it's live, Josh? I don't know if it's live.
So Unlimited?
Yeah, we talked about.
Oh no! Edit it.
No. Oh, Starboy. One of the power for you portraying the character suffering from mental health, and how important it is to portray that kind of thing in today's society.
Yeah, very. It's a very. I think it's a very important thing because of where we are at the moment in terms of how much more proliferated the amount of people that we're finding have some form of wherever the instigation, wherever it comes from, having mental health that might be created from a sense of depression that might be neurological, or might be something that is pathological. It's very important because I think it's so diffuse, it's so abundant and so apparent right now. And to suggest that you can still empower yourself and still have the intent and the will to overcome and service and provide meaning for your life, and to have a superhero who has mental health issues is a very bold and I think a very worthy attempt to create a narrative revolving around that. Not necessarily revolving around that, but for my character, being the touchstone is, I thought it was, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the piece. Yeah.
And as you were saying, that's one of the reasons why you wanted to do it. Did you know a lot about the character before taking the role?
Well, I read the script before we agreed to doing it. Yes, so I did.
And what was something that stood out about the character that you loved most?
To prefix and to go full circle. This is very Jungian. No. But I also found that there was comedy in the truthful sense, and I think sometimes with when I've seen some animations, there is a stretch there's just a very, very linked in, very thematically strong from the root place where he was from. I think him really not knowing and having this childlike quality about telling people that he loves pudding. you know, and that coming right after him talking about something that's very emotional for him. I think, you know, almost that paradox is very interesting to play as well. And I love the sacrifice that he gives out at the end, you know.
And for my last question, we do notice a lot more younger characters coming onto the show. Do you think that there is a path for them to someday take on the Justice League mantle instead of seeing, you know, the classic Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman? We might see Green Lantern and Starboy.
Oh, I see. Well, have you seen the end of the?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay.
But that'll be answered. That'll be answered. Yeah, I think you have to have different iterations for a multitude of different reasons. You know, the DC want to create different characters and have them, you know, be part of different worlds and then create spin-offs. But also, I think it's very important for the children of now as well to systematically attach themselves to the pursuit of being a hero and what it means. And there's a deep, you know, there's a deep symbology of like good versus evil. It's like the biblical sense of what it means to be good, you know, and to fight the evil within yourself, to fight the vulnerability, to fight the challenges, and to fight the evil outside as well. So to have new characters as well, I think is definitely a way to grab the kids now. But also, I mean, you don't want to. You've got people in this room right now who are working who've got big, you know, T-shirts of Batman and Superman, and I'm sure they got tattoos in unseemly places of those symbols as well, you know. So I think it's sort of a marriage of both of those things, really.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's inspiring. Like you said, we got these kids watching it, and it kind of gives them a message that they can be heroes too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
I'm just bending me back down again.
I think we still have Wonder Woman. Oh, she's right there. She's right there.
Starboy.
He was awesome. He had a lot. Yeah, he's Starboy. He had a lot of powerful things to say, which was great.
Yeah. Is he from America? I heard an accent.
No, he sounds British, but I'm not sure where he's from. Oh, could be New Zealand.
Ooh, I love New Zealand. I've never been there.
I didn't ask him where he was from. I should have.
Yeah.
Zill Nation says, "What's up?"
What's up, Zill Nation?
And Donnie Pearson says, "Hi from Seattle."
Hello from Anaheim, California.
Yeah.
Wondercon. Day one.
How long have you been on the floor?
Actually, most of my day was spent on the floor.
Nice.
Yeah. I bought some pins.
Pins?
Yeah.
Enamel pins? Or the really cool ones this year?
Yeah, well, I bought this one.
Oh, what is that?
Sailor Moon. It's Luna.
Luna.
Then I bought a Kermit one.
Nice.
Have you been on the con, Florida?
For a little bit, like a split second. It was pretty crowded, and I kept losing them for some reason. Because I was walking.
Maybe they were trying to get rid of you.
No, I think it looked like I was trying to get rid of them a little bit. I was just like, I'm gonna keep walking, speed walking. It's weird because I have shorter legs than everybody else, and they couldn't keep up. I was like, what's going on?
Well, we got someone walking in front of us that was like,
Oh.
Yeah.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
and like we're trying to get around to catch up with Jezra, but every time
they
we
spread
move to
out?
the right, they would like move to the right.
Did you see a lot of cool activations on the floor or no?
None. I saw the Stargate portal photo thing, whatever. And that was it.
I think it was D23 where they had that jump into the
gold plane. Screwed.
Or where's the other one? I think LA Comic-Con where they had the Price is Right.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I wish they had really, like, I feel like WonderCon is like a precursor for like what we're gonna get to see at San Diego, and I'm so far, you know, well, I mean, maybe there's stuff outside. I don't know.
We saw Bumblebee outside.
Oh yeah, Bumblebee's outside. It's huge.
You just take a photo. Oh, there's Game of Thrones makeup. Maybe we'll all get makeovers on Sunday.
Turn into ice people. That'd be cool.
It was like girly makeup that you wear every day. It wasn't like FX.
Yeah. Who else are you excited to interview?
Wonder Woman, who's behind you?
I think it's going to happen real soon.
So I'm going to just shove you out of the way. I think that's the last person we have. Yeah.
What's it like being a mentor to these characters, not only as Wonder Woman, but as Susan to these younger actors?
Tell Susan Ezra Maddie from Watchtower Database said hi.
Okay.
She'll know
Maddie from Watchtower Database? Is that what it's?
Watchtower?
Quatch.
I'm assuming it means Watchtower.
Okay, Watchtower. Does it mean Watchtower, or do you mean Quatch Tower? Quatch Tower, okay. Maddie from Quatch Tower Database? Was that what it was?
No, it's Watchtower. It is Watchtower.
Which Watchtower? Database, okay. Was there a Q in there? Is that?
You must use Quantron.
It took us long enough.
I know. Is it
And Justice League: The Fatal 5 on digital March 30th.
We might get her next.
April 16th.
Maddie
We still haven't gotten confirmation of who the toy is. So we want to know at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully each one of you get your own character. Multi-pack. That way we have
She's next. She's next. Susan Eisenberg, correct? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it.
Thank you.
And James.
Hello. Can we snag you?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm here.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm Kelly from That Hashtag Show. Hello.
Hi.
We are actually live. One of our commenters even said Maddie from Watchtower Database says hi. She said, you'd know maybe?
That's
I don't
so
know.
sweet.
Yeah. Hi. But yes, we are live. So you're reprising your role as Wonder Woman. Susan Eisenberg, by the way.
Hi.
You're reprising your role as Wonder Woman. Do you feel like this is the same Wonder Woman that we know, or is this maybe a different Wonder Woman that we're getting?
No, I feel like it's the same. I do because I was given that picture and I've seen the image of her, and she's our girl. I mean, she's from the Justice League, and so I think that the fans will really appreciate that because she's familiar.
And what is your opinion on how this movie does have a focus on mental health issues? Do you feel like that's an important message to portray in today's society?
Not even a question. I mean, there's no. We can't do a shortage of it. We have to do more and more and more. I think it's a very progressive film in that way, that we are addressing it, and you're addressing it with superheroes, and you're addressing it for a family. It's a family movie, so it normalizes it, which it has to be, because everybody out there is dealing with something. Everybody. Even superheroes have bad days. I mean, listen, Batman's broody. So I think it's brilliant that they're doing it. Hats off to Warner Brothers, to DC. Hats off.
And we're also getting, this message of younger characters coming up, possibly taking on the mantle of Justice League. What type of future do you see for the Justice League?
I just want us to have a future. I think we can all exist together. I think that's what makes the universe work, is that you have the younger, the older, the mentors, the mentoree. I think that's like family. That's like our families. It's generational. I think if you only had the young people without the mentoring, there'd be something missing. And that's what I love about the storytelling, is that you have people who've been around, who know the deal, and they're showing the young kids, if you will, the ropes. I love that. I think it's brilliant.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Lovely talking to
Thank you.
Bye.
I think Steve Liu. Oh, no, Sumali Mantono. Emerald Empress. Oh, no, there's two more. No, there's three. There's three people. We've got Sumali Montana, who plays Emerald Empress, Philip Anthony Rodriguez, who plays Mano. They're the villains. They're part of the Fatal Five. And then the director, Sam Liu. I see him right there in the hat. I thought they snuck out. Sometimes when you're doing these interviews, they do. Oh, you're probably right. They were at the round tables. So behind us, there's a curtain behind us. And on the other side, is it moving? Go for it. Go for it. Do you want me to move?
No, just narrate.
Oh, okay. So behind us, there's actually, first there's a curtain, but on the other side of the curtain, there's all these tables. You can kind of see it, where a lot of the non-film press reporters are. So they'll go there, they'll record audio that they will use for articles that they will write. So it's 4 or 5 outlets per table, and 1 or 2 people will come sit down with them. The press people ask them questions. It's all recorded on audio, and then later they write out the articles that we see on the internet. And then here we do all the filming. So.
Maddie Washburn is asking if we'll be clipping these out for separate videos later, because it's a little bit choppy, so we're going to try.
We will try. I heard your question about clipping the videos. We will try to clip them. If they're choppy. If they're choppy, we'll try to clip out the choppiness so that you guys can see it later. Thanks for the question, Maddie. We definitely want it to be easy to watch. But we also wanted to include you guys, which is why we're trying to live stream so you guys can be part. It looks like the next person we're going to get is Sumali Montana. Oh, no, maybe Sam Liu? We'll get Sam Liu next. If I can steal him. Oh, shit.
So we just found out from the DC panel that Swamp Thing.
Yes. Okay, so Swamp Thing is going to premiere May 31st. We just found that out on DC Universe from the DC panel. So that is news that we just got, right? Yeah. And you guys get to hear it first from us because we're live streaming. Trying to make sure I don't miss these guys. Oh, here's Jezzer. Jezzer can come back. We've got these three. So Sam Liu, the director, is next to us.
Oh yeah,
And then we've
he's a cool guy. Yeah.
Did you just interview him?
I just interviewed him. Oh yeah, he's. I asked him about because I earlier interviewed him for a Superman movie, and I was like, hey, what's the chance we're gonna get a Ninja Turtle and Batman movie? He's like, oh, you never know. And then within like 2 weeks, like the trailer and everything came out, I was like, this guy.
And he
He's like, he knew. I think at the time I need to go back to that footage. I think he had a smirk. He's just like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a cool guy. I really like him. He's like the director of all the big DC animated films, so he's a genius. He's a genius.
So you were away. We just got news that Swamp Thing is.
Yeah, Swamp Thing premiering May 31st on DC Universe.
Oh my God! What? On May 31st? Dude, that's not even that far away. Like we had the casting breakdowns of that, and it looks exciting. I'm excited. Have you seen Doom Patrol?
I love it. I love it.
Do you like it better than
Titans? Yes, I personally feel like that they put a lot more production into Doom Patrol than to Titans. Titans felt kind of like a team drama. Doom Patrol really felt like,
Who's your favorite Doom Patroller?
Oh, that's tough. I think I like. I know her by Jane, but I don't know. I know she has multiple names, so I don't know what her main character name is. Is it Jane?
I don't know.
She had it was like
she has 11 or 12 different.
Was it like tigers? There's like a few names, and I can't remember what they were. But
she's your favorite. She's probably the most her acting is really good.
Her acting is impressive. Like after seeing her,
I like how straight edge Cyborg is, and how he's trying to take this ragtag team and you guys need to get your shit together because you guys are all over the place. That first scene with the goat and how she's going down the street as a spoiler alert as a huge blob. It's like you guys need to get your shit together. I really like it, and Brendan Fraser is great.
He's great.
All the backstories are great.
Maddie Washburn says that one of her names was Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. There you go.
That's right. And then she got Baby Doll, right?
Baby
Doll.
Doll.
Baby.
And then the whole dynamic with Robot Man and her, it's pretty fun. So I'm excited.
My favorite, I think one of my favorite personalities of her is the one that speaks in silver and then uses it as a weapon.
Oh yeah.
I do not remember her name.
It's so cool. I think that's Hammerhead.
Is that Hammerhead?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
She takes the words and throws it at you. Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay.
And man, so it's awesome. I think he's got you.
Are we getting some? Yeah. Hello? No.
Are you gonna ask him about that Google search?
Yeah, I kind of want. Is that wrong?
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hello.
So cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you're comfortable,
Hello.
aren't you?
I am. It's nice to meet you. I'm Kelly from that hashtag show, and we are
from the hashtag
live,
show.
by the way.
We're live. Look at Kelly's pants; they're so cool, and she's
Can I see
comfortable.
them here?
It's all about looking good and being comfortable for something that takes about 3 days to complete.
Yeah.
So good on you.
Thank you. So you play Mano from. Am I pronouncing it right? Mano.
Mano. If we're gonna state the name, we gotta Latinize it. Like me, I'm Mano.
So you play Mano, who's part of the Fatal Five. Did you know much about the character before taking on the role?
I didn't, and here's the thing: I had to, in spite of the fact that I'm a huge comic books man, very familiar with the DC universe. I tend to gravitate more towards the heroes and a few smattering of bad guys. But I had to do my homework with Mano, and I had to I knew who he was, but I didn't really delve deep as to what his powers were, what his origins were. So, I had to do my homework. And I'm glad I did. I was just like, ooh, there's a lot to draw from this guy, which is great.
And what stuck out most to you? What was your favorite part about this character?
Oh, in particular with the movie, I have to say that he's a man of few words. He's a man of action, which I like. I kind of like that. That's kind of me. At least I like to pretend that's me. So I think that's what was most appealing. He's somebody that gets in. I know what I do. I know what I want to do. I have a plan, and we're going to execute it, and we're going to win. So that's sort of what I was drawing from that, and sort of what I was trying to bring to the character. I hope I did. I hope I did it justice. No pun intended.
I mean, I'm excited. excited to see.
I
haven't
am
seen it yet,
too.
but I'm sure you did a great job.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Now, my next question's a little odd, but it came to me while I was preparing my my little pictures to make sure I get everyone's names right.
Okay.
And when I was googling your name, one of the top search items was your name shirtless.
Oh
Do you
my
know
God.
why that?
No. Well, that's a new one on me. Okay, of course, I haven't Googled myself.
You got to try. One of the first.
See, now I'm curious. Now I have to go. Carolyn, can you Google Philip Anthony Rodriguez shirtless?
And then I clicked on it,
Oh,
and there was no shirtless photos.
There's so many things that come up, and it's like I'm a happily married man, and I have many friends and family members who are in the gay and lesbian community, and the thing that I was guffawing over that I thought was so funny, but it was just so random, was at one point when we had Philip Anthony Rodriguez gay.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, are they saying I'm gay? And it's like, I have no problem with that, but I'm not, but I'm married. But then it was because I had done a project where I was playing a gay character. So that's how immediate and fast and like, I don't know.
So you don't know where it came from.
Yeah, just random Google can be and stuff like that. Oh, see, so
So you found a photo.
that's my agent Michaela. So she found So there, yeah, I'm shirtless.
That didn't come
I did
up.
a play called Take Me Out and Look. That's me, Philip Anthony Rodriguez, shirtless.
People are searching for
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Just thought you should know.
There's worse things that people could search for, so I'm glad it was that one. Thanks, Michaela.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Nice
It's been a
to meet you.
pleasure.
All the pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And the music.
Oh, am I going in here? Snoochie Moochie. I know, right?
Wait, go away. Oh no, she's not. He went the other direction. Dang it. Okay, you can come back. No, you didn't. They just swapped people.
Huh?
They just swapped people. They were both interviewing, and then they just swapped right.
Cool. So, like, after interviewing all the cast, what are you most excited for when you watch it?
I'm actually kind of excited to see I'm excited to see Sorry, I kept doing that. I'm excited to see Starboy's character, Elias Gabels, because I don't know much about that character. He's kind of like newer to me, and he's in an insane asylum. When I was researching it, the character is an insane asylum for some of his life, and I'm excited to see how the character's portrayed.
Did you happen to ask Mano or Mono about the Google search?
I did.
What did he say?
He had no idea. Well, he was talking about how he's a married man, but he's pretty prominent in the LGBTQ community. He's got a lot of friends.
Okay.
And he did play a gay character, and so in the past he knew there was a search thing that said Philip Anthony Rodriguez gay, and he's people that's just how they search when they're trying to find something. And there was a role he played. I think he said it was for theater, where he played shirtless. Photo.
Were you scared to ask him that question? Or just let's
I
see.
was like, this isn't related to anything, but
I think that's freaking hilarious. I think honestly, Google is scary.
yeah, it really is.
And it really.
But that was one of the first things. The second thing was wife, was his name and then wife. But the first one.
Is in the chat. He has a question.
Oh, what is your question? We have Emerald Empress next and the director.
Oh, she looks awesome. I like what she's wearing. She looks very business savvy. Yeah, I like it.
On point.
I know.
On point.
What
was the question? Oh, he hasn't posted it yet.
He's like, I have a question.
I have a question. But yes, we have Emerald Empress. Enchantress. No, I think it's Enchantress.
Do you think you've gotten everybody so far on the list?
I have, except.
So this is going to be a
Empress.
speculation question for you guys.
Oh.
When are we going to get to see Superwoman?
Superwoman?
Oh, in the Justice League animated series kind of Superwoman?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. We haven't heard any tidbits for it yet. I hope soon.
I know there's a Supergirl movie in the works, but I don't know about Supergirl.
Is it Supergirl? It's not based on the CW one.
No, it's
a new one.
It's based on the DCEU movies, yeah. But yeah, and I just heard that Zachary Levi is going to be here at WonderCon for a special panel, and not a lot of people know about it, so it's going to be cool.
Can I go to it?
Yeah, we should go.
I want to go.
Honestly.
Sneak me in with you guys.
I know we don't know when it is.
Sneak me in with you guys.
Dude, but because the movie comes out next week, it's really fun.
I'm really excited.
It's got this Goonies Stranger Things feel with a young cast. They got the young Asian boy from Fresh Off the Boat, the youngest son. They got the young daughter from This Is Us, the young black girl, and then the kid from It. Plays Freddy, and it's such a real amazing cast, and like the chemistry is just there, and you can tell like in the second one they're gonna just go all about the kids,
Oh, good.
and maybe The Rock, I don't know, because he is Black Adam and we haven't seen him yet, and I'm so excited.
So Shay's in the DC Universe now, and he says that DC Universe is about to screen a new episode of Young Justice Outsiders.
New Young Justice Outsiders?
Are they gonna? Is it live now? Can we watch it now or no?
Can we watch it? Let's just stream it right here.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this if I have time at 7, or I could just like follow them in there, but.
Are you seeing the movie today?
No, I didn't get tickets, but I want to see Batman versus TMNT because I love Ninja Turtles. Everybody knows that.
You're gonna talk to them on Sunday, right?
If I have time, yeah, definitely.
If you have time, someone's busy.
Oh, you know what I really hated about doing the interviews today for Dark Phoenix is I heard just all spoilers, and it was not fun. Yeah, and I couldn't go like this.
They were. Oh, get out of here. Hi. Hello, Somali Montano, right? Yes. Okay. I'm Kelly from that hashtag show, and we are streaming live.
Oh, great!
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
live. Wait, live. I'm going to put my water bottle down. Okay. All right, here I am.
So you play the Emerald Empress,
yes,
correct? Did you know anything about the character before going into this role?
I knew the requisite research that I would do for any character before I go into the booth to voice it, her, whatever. In this case, it's an empress. Yeah, but I think I came up with kind of what I think she sounds like, but then I also help. I've got an amazing creative team that helps, give me feedback and helps create the character voice with me. Wes Gleason was an amazing director on this, and of course Bruce Timm and Sam directing too. So it was just it's a dream team to get to be a part of.
So what was your favorite thing about this character that stood out to you while researching her?
I think the eye. The eye is, it's a very, very powerful, and in the film, it blew my mind. I knew it because I read the script. When I actually saw the film and what the eye can do, it really boggles my mind. So that to me was like, wow, that's a cool element of a supervillain that I wasn't familiar with before.
And we've been talking to a lot of the voice actors about this message you have on the show about mental health. Some of the heroes have mental health. How do you feel about that?
Oh my gosh, I love it. The relationship between Starboy and Jessica Cruz is so special.
So excited to see it.
Yeah, I can't spoil it, but it made me cry.
Oh,
yeah,
oh my God, I cried at everything.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I really teared up at the end, and I think I hope the way that it's handled makes people know that they're not alone, and everyone deals with this, even the superheroes in this universe deal with it. So I'm really happy that that's a central theme of the movie, and I hope the fans like it too.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I think we have one person left. Sam Liu? But I'm worried because I think he's moving that way. Because he went from this guy to that guy.
See if we can snag him.
Yeah, I'll try. If he turns this way, I'll... Excuse me. I know. Have we shown off the poster yet? I was going to describe it earlier, but now I could just show you the poster. It's a good poster. You got the Fatal Five around the edges. Pretty good. We got one more person. This is the wait game now. Gotta wait for him to talk to everyone else and then us. What am I doing next today? This is the last thing on the list, so I guess it's up to you guys. Maybe Jezra and I will tour the con floor, the exhibit floor, and show off, the booths that are here, and let you guys know what's here. I kind of do wish there was. We were talking. There's not a lot of what do you call it? Not the installments. What are the installments usually called? Activations. Yes, that's what us professionals call it. No. Yeah, there's not a lot of activations where you can interact, get a photo, get a video. It's just me. You want to come join me? Jezra's talking to Josh without me. It's like you guys are talking about me.
Is it too late?
What? One person left in the chat. Hi, one person.
Oh, no.
We're waiting for the director. Really important.
I'm the voice actor of Beast Boy. No, I'm kidding.
You wish.
I am. I wish. Tofu, guys.
Frederico wants to know what do you think about 2019 WonderCon?
I wish there were more activations.
It's the first day.
I think I toured the whole exhibit floor in an hour.
There's that gaming thing that you saw outside.
I don't know if I can say something sad about it. It's kind of sad out there. There's with nobody out there, they're kind of on the far end of the convention, and I walked over there and I was like, I don't know, it looks kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm down. Maybe we'll cover it tomorrow.
How about the stores and all the vendors? Is there anything really cool that you saw out there?
I mean, I bought some pins, some animal pins, and there's nothing that stood out that I haven't seen, because we've done cons, tons of cons. We've done the same, and so
nothing special.
I see a lot of the same exhibitors.
No offense to the vendors.
I like seeing you guys.
California is so saturated with conventions.
Wait, get out here. Bye. Leave. You're in my shot. Well, he was saying goodbye, so I assumed it was soon. Can we steal you? Is that okay? Wonderful.
It's I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go, but yes.
So Sam Liu, director.
Hi.
Oh, you already asked him that.
This guy again. Are you with him?
No, he's not. If you don't like him, he's not with us.
Just kidding. He's great.
So a lot of fans have already noticed that the art style is very similar to Justice League Unlimited. What was the reasoning behind this? Is this in the same universe?
That is the question that's been going around. I know.
Sorry.
No, it's a lot of these things again. I'm also reluctant to sort of say, just because I know it's sort of. It's not even it's a spoiler, but it's just it's so just business and all that kind of stuff, because the intention originally when they wrote the story, right, it wasn't it's supposed to be a Justice League, adjacent or whatever you want to call it, connected story. It was just a story that Bruce wanted to do. We went through a couple of styles, and just going through it again, we were kind of going I think this should be in your style, because there's so much about legacy and sort of it just seems like it would fit really well, and so it was a later decision where it became, but that being said, also is that I feel in a way like most storytellers, right? Bruce, this is a Bruce story, right? And Bruce tells stories usually a certain way, and they connect in a certain way. So in a way, almost everything that he sort of does is from his mind, and they're all kind of connected. Do you know what I mean? When he's writing a series, he's a lot more sort of dotting the I's, crossing the T's type of stuff. But he sort of still has a certain sensibility, and again, it's Batman. It's the same Batman that he uses. It's the same Superman. He's going to write Batman a certain way almost 90% of the time, 99% of the time, right? Superman, the same thing, unless there's a drastic difference, So inherently, I kind of feel they kind of connect, because it's a superhero, a serious sort of adventure superhero story that's not particularly stylized. So,
well, from what we've seen online, the fans are very excited to see. I think they call it the Tim Chins, because he's got that iconic. They see it, they know who it is.
Yeah.
So from what we've seen, people are excited. So they're loving that decision. Why the Fatal Five? Why tell their story now as the villains?
A lot of times when they're we're coming up with stories, right? It's just kind of like, okay, who haven't we done, and who can we sort of help introduce? Fatal Five was somebody that I think Bruce was kind of like interested in from the past, and we were lucky enough to get Eric as a writer who, had written, because he writes Supergirl, and he's written quite a few things with Legion in it. I guess he was, an expert on it, so I think he really sort of pulled it out of there. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
And also, we know that a central theme to the movie is mental health and the awareness of that. Is this, since we haven't seen the movie yet, is this like a main message that you want to get out, or is it meant to be more of like a part of everyday life like we experience?
It's a little bit of both. I think it was. I personally, I love the psychology of the characters, and so I really pushed the elements of like mental health, when they showed up. But it is a thing about like strength, I think it matches up with the whole, the journey of the hero, which I think most superhero stories are about. Like how do you overcome? How do you defeat something even when you're getting beat up, or or things are stacked against you? It's that, but it's sort of about mental health as well, outside of the physical, like the Fatal Five, which we need to sort of stop and shut down. But it's for Jessica, it's like, how do I overcome this so I can be helpful, so I can, and with Starboy, it's a thing of like, because his whole thing is he needs medication, or else he succumbs to his mental illness, but he is out of time, so they don't have the medication that he needs, so he gets forgotten almost. He slips into like obscurity until something reminds him of kind of like, why he's here in the first place, type of thing. And the pairing of them too it's so, I think, just beautifully done, because he is from the future. He knows what's going to happen to Jessica, but Jessica is just like, I can't even get out of bed, and he's sort of in his kind of clumsy, sort of loopy kind of way, is kind of going like, you're going to be the greatest Lantern. I'm getting kind of emotional just thinking about it. But it's this thing. Yeah, so it's this thing of like, I don't know, it's very delicately done, and it's just like it's probably the best part of the movie that I like, is like how, through non-immediately direct ways, like they sort of help and support each other, and in sort of like in the most clumsy way, like, as far as like they just sort of become more comfortable somehow together through their awkwardness, So
we're all very excited to see it. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Thank you. That's it. We've interviewed everyone. This is the press line for Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
Coming, it's out this weekend on digital.
Tomorrow.
And then on
tomorrow on digital.
April 16th
comes out
on Blu-ray.
So you guys better go watch it. If you have DC Universe, I think it's going to be on there, right?
Is it? I don't know.
You don't think it's going to be in the app? There we go. Well, is that just like set in the DC Universe?
I think it takes a while, like maybe a month or so before they release it on.
Okay. All right. So then I can't confirm that. But, thank you for being a part of us here at the press line, and we will see you guys at the next press line.
Bye.
Here at WonderCon.